Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are watching us from. I'm Daddy Dabs,
this is Mommy Dabs.
and you are welcome to our Imperfect Matrimony.
Yeah,
So, this time around, we'll be discussing on three different, you know, highlights. We're talking how we got proposed, right?
we got
We got
engaged.
engaged, our proposal, and how we got our apartments, what we did to get our apartments, and then finally how we ended up married.
Yes,
So we drop you a few pointers based on our own,
experience.
experiences, and it doesn't have to suit you. It's not a standard, but of course we know that there are some things you will definitely learn from it,
Of
and we hope
course.
that you out there also get some some pointers. So let us get it.
Okay, so I think you should start because you planned the proposal.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
basically
yeah,
just
yeah.
showed up.
So I think yeah. Firstly, after I came to meet your dad, in
Yeah,
April.
yeah,
So after I met her dad in April, it was to introduce myself, tell him what I'm all about and what I do. Just officially, just let the father know that okay, she has a guy in her life, and he really, really appreciated it, and he really, respected me, gave
yeah.
me his full, full assurance, full blessings that okay, yes, I can go ahead and be, the daughter's man. So then she came for my okay, yeah. I went for to Bayelsa for your birthday. June
No,
June now.
no.
No, no, first before August there is June.
Did you come for my birthday?
Yes, I came for your birthday. I came for your birthday. I came for your this thing. I came for April to meet your dad. I went back to Lagos and I also came for your birthday.
I cannot remember.
You cannot remember. Okay, no wahala. I went for her birthday. Then afterwards, that was the reason why you now said you have to come for my birthday as well. You get so you coming for my birthday. So of course I discussed with your uncle and your aunt, and we decided to just do a little arrangement. Of course, everybody's already aware that we are getting married in December. That's our plan. So I said, okay, while she's coming for the birthday, let me also surprise her as well. Using one stop to key to bed.
For whose birthday?
My birthday now.
Okay.
So while you are coming for my birthday to celebrate my birthday with me in Lagos, I also planned, a proposal because, of course, what better time to actually do such? She wasn't expecting it. All she was expecting was to celebrate my birthday. So, see the thing, she was coming to Lagos to come and surprise me for my birthday, not knowing that before my birthday date, I also had a surprise for her. So that was the plan. Because the truth is, your uncle, according to your uncle, assuming I have waited or I didn't propose after that, after that August, you would have noticed, and it wouldn't be. So the best time for us was just to hit it anymore.
So he has said his own part. You know what they say? There are two sides to the story. There is his side, my side, and there's the truth. But we all know my side is the truth.
That's it.
So apparently, I came to Lagos on the 2nd of August, and he came to see me in my pop's place, and we spoke, and he was like, "Babe, let's go out on Friday, being the third, I believe so. Let's go out. Let's just go and chill." I said, "Okay, I don't mind. Of course, I'm ready for outing."
No, that was the same day you just came to Lagos.
The second day,
Second day.
yeah.
Okay.
So he came around all dressed up because he was like, "Let's go on a date," and I'm like, "Okay, my guy is all dressed up, nice." He was looking like wearing a very nice trouser and shirts, shoes, and all of that.
I bought us some birthday that day.
Can you imagine? Who knew?
Like I went to, I was coming, just went to the boutique, to the store, bought it, and started coming to your place. I wore it in the boutique and just coming to your
So
place.
when I saw him, apparently the day earlier in the day, my mama, that woman really surprised me. Sha. She really played along well because I didn't suspect. She was like, she wants to go and get her nails done. Let me accompany her. Of course, I was willing to accompany her. We went to the salon. So like, wouldn't you like to get your nails done? I'm like, it's been a while. I've not really done my nails in a while. She was like, nah, come on, just do it. And they did my nails for me. It was really nice. I did not suspect. In my mind, I'm like, maybe she just wants to spoil me
So we're
because
all part of the
yes,
plan.
she used to spoil me when she wants to spoil me. So yeah, I got my nails done, and we went back. And then when it was time, he came, and I was like, "Oh, baby, look at my nails." They were like, "Ah, they're nice." And then she was like, "You guys want to go out? Why not? Let's all go out together and go for a double date." And I was like, "That's not a bad idea." So my pops, my mama, they got in the car, we joined them, and my husband was like, "Let's get to the hotel first, where we intended to sleep after
Definitely.
we go out." So like, let's get there first so he can drop his bag, so we can head to the location. I was all for it. We got to the hotel. He said, "Let him quickly get down and go and drop his bag." He
Exactly.
went, came down, went to drop his bag. He was taking a lot of time, and I was like, "What's going on?" But I waited, and then he came back into the car and he was angry. I'm like, "What's up, bro? Why are you upset?" He said, the room that he paid for us to stay." He came back and realized they changed the room to another room. So he's just hoping that none of his properties has gone missing. I'm like, what kind of rubbish is that? Why would they switch your rooms without telling you? You get, and this is like a hotel we normally used to sleep in. Like we are regulars there, and
Yeah.
they know us. So I'm like, they are not supposed to do that kind of thing without like letting you know. He was like, he doesn't know. He just got there and realized they've changed the room. I'm like, so what do you want to do about it? He said he's upset and he wants to go and talk to the receptionist and figure out a way for them to sort out the issue. So I'm like, okay, no wahala. I'm like, should I join you? So of course, I can join him. So when joined him, my mama and my papa, they were like, you know what? Let's join. Let's all go inside and see what's going
What's
on.
going on?
So we all went in. They were behind me. My husband hurriedly went inside the room. And I can tell you for a fact, I still did not notice, I did not suspect because the receptionist actually followed us. So I was actually speaking to her. In
Yes.
my head, I'm like, why would you change our
So all
rooms?
plan. Even they also
And
planned it as well. So
apparently, I didn't know the receptionist and the workers in the hotel were also in on it.
exactly.
Like, it was so surprising. And then we walked towards the door and she opened it with a key because it was locked. So she had the key to the room. She opened it with the key, and there I was. My man was on his knee, was down on one knee with a ring, and there were people,
Crowd.
and there was a photographer in one corner. Music was playing, something music was playing in the background,
You design.
decorations, beautiful candle lights, balloons everywhere. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then I saw what was on the wall. Marry me, Hillary. I'm like, what? you know, I was super excited and I was very emotional at the same time. So I went down on my knees too and I held my man. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe you're doing this. I actually cried. I was very emotional because I was overwhelmed. I would I say I knew we were gonna get married, but I didn't know it was gonna be this elaborate with the engagement. So yes, I loved every moment of the engagement. And I didn't even let him say anything, funny enough.
I forgot my lines actually. Saying
I didn't let him speak
everything I
again.
wrote, I forgot.
So it was like,
Just,
so will you marry? He wanted to give a whole full speech,
oh yeah.
but I didn't even let him talk
Oh,
because
right,
I was
okay.
all up in my feelings. And then he was like, so will you marry? I'm like, and I was like, let me my ring, Joel. What do you mean? Will I marry you? You don't marry finish on my
the,
mind.
the truth is, we planned out that proposal with the purest minimum.
Yeah,
You know, I thanks to one of my colleagues, that Joanna, that actually helped
yeah,
in decorating that. She just asked me how much can I afford, or how much do I have, and I told her this is what I can. She was like, okay, we'll work with it. And unbelievably, when it came out, I was
it
like,
was
wow,
beautiful.
it was
It was
beautiful.
really beautiful,
You know, thank
honestly.
big ups to Joanna for that,
Yeah, Joanna,
and
thank you
all my
very much.
colleagues that came out, even my friend Abraham,
Honestly, I
that
was shocked
he
to see
came,
some friends
he was the
there.
photographer without paying a
Honestly,
dime. So big ups to every one of them. My twin,
yeah.
the pastor of the whole ceremony, he prayed
Like,
powerfully.
and then I
You know,
saw, shout out to Lamide. I miss you so
yeah,
much. Lamide was there.
Lamide,
And my friend Jeffrey and his
Jeffrey and his beautiful
wife.
wife. let's
So
go.
amazing. They were
Yeah.
all there. I was so
All my
excited to see
colleagues,
them.
ranging from Abasi,
Favor, thank you
Favor,
so
Chinonso,
much.
Titilayo,
You guys
Damilola,
really, really made that
Joanna,
day
the queen of
beautiful.
the decorations. Thank you all. God bless. God
Yeah,
bless.
so that's how we got engaged.
Yeah.
So let's now fast forward to looking for a house. That was
Yeah.
a whole different
So
ball
I thought
game.
so after the proposal, of course, we sent okay the whole thing went online. Bayelsa Twitter handle took it up, Ijo took it up, everybody posted online. It went viral, and of course your dad
My
saw
dad
the
saw
video.
it. I actually called my dad that night, and then I was like, "Daddy, I just got engaged." He was like, "Oh, congratulations, my daughter."
so the dad
Yeah,
saw it. It was a beautiful moment and experience.
yeah.
So one of the things is that the dad was actually thinking that the wedding is going to be next year. So when the dad called and was congratulating me, so I just immediately told the dad that, "Yeah, daddy, so now December, oh." It was like
Straight up.
December, like what do you mean December? I said the marriage is wedding is December. We're like, are
He
you
was.
not?
They actually thought we were rushing,
Like,
and
are
they
you
were
not
like, "It's
rushing?
not too
Just
soon."
calm down now, calm down. I had no time.
Yeah,
So it was like, as long as you guys are okay, it's no problem.
yeah.
Then we started. So I
Looking
was
for a
like, for a
house.
house. So we were
You know how
December
it is now in Lagos. Looking for a house is not even
wedding.
funny.
Then
Getting a house in August, September, getting married in December. A lot of people felt like we were doing too much and it was a lot of work.
because
Some
we're
people
already entering the Mbamba
end
month.
by month. So
Hey
people were like,
God,
"Is that not going to be a lot of responsibility for you
abilities
guys? You're going to spend a lot." So we were like, "This is something we already planned for and
plan
we're
for.
ready for it."
Thank God for God.
So looking for a house was serious wahala, honestly, and we were looking at getting an apartment that would be a home to the both of us. So we did
Yeah.
the search together. We started looking for houses. It took
Try
us to
looking since
very,
April, safe
very rubbish
places. Oh
places.
my God.
Oh God.
The agents, oh they chop
Collecting
us
five k
for
for taking
every
us to stupid
day.
houses.
So it was really an experience.
And
So that particular Saturday, there was
yeah.
a particular Saturday we just
Yeah,
woke
yeah.
up.
Apparently we spoke to one of our mutual Ola of Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
Your in case you watch this video, shout out to you because you're the reason why
Yeah,
we took that chance.
Ola of
So
Lagos.
Ola was like, we actually posted online and we're like, I bet who knows a good agent? Like we're looking for a house and we've been struggling for a while. So Ola was like, that he just got an apartment. Apparently he too was looking for a new apartment. So he was
Mm.
like, he just got an apartment. I was like, how did you do it? So he was like, he just went on Gigi, he
GG.
saw
I
some
was
properties
shocked.
on Gigi, and he sent a message, and boom, he got a house. And I'm like, Gigi, is that
As
place
in,
even real? Do you get like, it's not scammers that are there?
like, big ups
He
to
said,
Ola.
no, there, there are actually real people there. I said, okay, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
So after that conversation we had with him, immediately I went on Gigi. I started searching for properties. I went, I searched and I searched, and I finally saw one.
That Saturday morning.
That same Saturday, I saw one. I saw the number attached to the house, and I made a call, and the number picked. And we discussed, and he was like, "Okay, I'm in Agor Palace. You know there." I'm like, "I'll be able to find my way there." Okay, come and meet me by 10. Let's get to it. That's how I told my husband. We got dressed. We didn't even take our
We
baths.
didn't
We
take our
just
bath.
brushed our
Just brush
mouth,
our teeth.
washed our face, headed
Bounce.
out. We got to Agor Palace. We met this agent. First thing first, he was like, he's this kind of person that he's not all about the money. He said he likes to satisfy his clients.
Mm-hmm.
So he felt like, let me show you the houses. When you eventually see the one you like, then you pay me
Pay
for
me.
my work done.
The very moment he mentioned that, I was like, okay, this is guy.
This guy was ready
This
to
is
get
ready.
us a house. That's how it took us from one apartment to another until we finally found this apartment. Immediately I entered into this house, I was like, nah, this is where I'm gonna stay. This is where we're gonna start.
Your kitchen was. The
I
kitchen
love
really
the
had.
size of the kitchen because most of the houses I was seeing, the kitchen was too small, no space. I didn't like it. So at the end of the day, we got the apartment that same day, and we were ready to move in. So along the line, my husband was like, "We don't need to rush and move in," and I also agreed. We had to take our time to move in. It took us a while because obviously We needed to like fix the house to our taste, do some certain things, put some things in order, paint the house,
Mm-hmm.
put some necessary, buy
Clean,
some things, clean, do some
fumigate.
little repairs, fumigate and all of that, which we did. After which, my husband was like, "Should we move in? We really don't have anything." And I'm like, "Excuse me, we have a phone. That's more than enough because we have a phone. That phone, at least we sleep on the bed."
On the bed.
So we went to the market. We got a 7 kg gas cylinder. We got a tabletop gas burner.
Burner.
We got 2 plates,
Two
two
spoon.
spoons, two
Two
fork, and two cups.
cups.
Everything was in twos.
Tools.
And the people were like, "Ah, you guys not going to buy more?" I said, "No, it's just the both of us. We're just starting our lives. So this is what we're gonna afford, and this is what we're gonna afford."
Two.
We bought 2 pots, one small one and one medium size,
For rice and stew.
and stew. So God bless you, my love. And then we went ahead to buy one frying pan and a kettle. That was all we had in the kitchen. Okay, we
But,
bought 2 spoons,
and I said two
one for
spoons.
frying and one for dishing, and that was it. And we moved into our apartment
With our
immediately
phone.
with our phone. That's basically all we had. Along the line, my husband was like, "You know what? I think I need an office space in the house." So we got the carpenter. He created a slab for us. He did the office space. Voila, we had office space
With our two red
with our
chairs.
2 plastic
Two
chairs,
plastic red chairs.
and that's how we mounted it there. For the record, we haven't gotten married.
Yeah.
We're still trying to put ourselves together.
Together.
So I traveled home in October to like talk to my dad about the whole wedding stuff since it was in December. And my dad was like, "Are you guys not watching?" I'm like, "Nah, we're not watching. We're actually taking our time, funny enough. This is something we planned." So my father was like, "Okay, fine, no wahala. I agree with you guys." Then, while I traveled,
Mm-hmm.
my husband actually went to get a deep freezer. So when I came back from my trip, I saw the deep freezer in the house. Brand new, for the record. I was really happy he got it, and I was really pleased he thought of getting it because that's for me one of the very essential things we need in the house. So we started living our lives like that. And then we're like, you know what, it's time to plan the wedding.
Yeah.
At some point, my husband was like, "Are you sure we shouldn't postpone?" I'm like, "Nah, we're not postponing
Not
shit.
postponing it. Thank God we
We're
didn't
having
postpone.
this wedding this year." And that's that. So, to the wedding aspect, my dad made everything really easy. He didn't really stress my husband.
That's just so.
And he was like, "You're in Lagos, you don't have to come over and start collecting lists. You know what, just do everything online."
Online.
So my husband basically sent money to my dad. My dad sent the list online, and my husband was able to print his own copy, which my dad asked him,
We
"You've gone through the
negotiated. We
list.
had to do
How
WhatsApp
much can
video
you
call.
afford for this list?" So
That question.
my father was like, my
that
husband
question
was
really
like,
shook me.
"Daddy, I would get back to you on this." My husband and I, we had a conversation. We dotted the I's, crossed our T's, and figured out the ones that we could afford and the ones we felt like we needed to like adjust and negotiate the price. Then we concluded. So we decided to call my dad on the video call. And my dad concurred,
Yeah.
and we had this video call. Through the video call, we settled and negotiated the whole list. Myself, my husband, and my dad.
We don't need
That
to.
was it.
We don't.
My
there
father
no
was like,
need to travel.
"You're the one that is paying the money, so you know how much you are willing to spend.
That's it.
There's no need to go back and forth." So that was done. That was settled. My dad did a revise of the list, made it
Sent to
a
me
new
again.
one, and sent it to my husband and asked him, "Hope this is to your liking." And my husband was like, "This is perfect."
Printed it out.
And he printed it out,
I
and that
didn't
is
have
what
to
we worked
go
with.
all the way.
Do you get?
Everything
Now, after
online.
that, to make this easy for us, we sent money down for them to buy some things because everything was happening in Bielsa. So we sent money, they bought some things, and then when we went to Bielsa, like a few days to the wedding, we still went shopping with my dad. My dad took us shopping. We bought more drinks. We paid
Took us to
for
the cheapest place.
Yeah.
Where the things.
we paid for like you get like everything was done so easy. My dad did his part,
And funny thing that
paid
he
some things. My
carried
dad
us with
bought
his-
his
with his
own
car.
drinks. You get.
carried us with this guy.
He made our life so
I didn't even
easy.
spend a dime on transport.
So on the day of our court marriage. We went to the courthouse early because my dad is an early bird. So it took us there early. We literally had to wait till they opened for
The
us to
court.
have our court
We
wedding.
were there
And
before
I
the
can
court
tell
came. Before
you
the court
for
people came.
free, my father was so upset that he yelled at one of the officials. And he was like, "You are not serious with your jobs. You tell people to come by 9 and you reach here by 10 because we actually got there by 8."
Of course.
So my dad believes in coming early and doing things on
An
time.
hour to the
Do you
program.
get? So my dad actually was like, "You are not serious. You are not serious." And I was like, "Daddy, please calm down. Don't worry." We're not the only couples there. There were a lot of couples. So when they came, they attended to us. My dad was my witness. My father-in-law
My
was my
dad was
husband's
my own
witness. We signed, took pictures, went into the courtroom, and we did the whole exchange of vows.
Mhm.
Did everything, yada yada yada, officially pronounced us husband and wife, which was beautiful. My family was there to cheer us on, everybody was clapping and screaming, yay, and it was a very beautiful thing.
And there's something your dad did that day.
Yeah.
We were supposed to. The next day was the traditional wedding.
Yes.
Then after everything, after the court wedding, we went home. We are just chilling. Next thing, your dad just came.
Emergency meeting.
Let's
You know what? Instead, my father, chicken.
just call for a meeting. You know what?
Let's
Let's
just
pay
pay
the
the
bride
dowry
price today.
Tomorrow we just do serere.
Tomorrow was just tomorrow should just be celebration. I thought he was joking. He said,
before we could say Jack Robinson.
He was like,
My
"Are
brothers
you okay
came
with
out.
it?" I just called my dad. Daddy,
My father-in-law
should
was
we-
there.
we want to
My
do the
husband's
traditional.
uncle
We want
was
to do
there.
the bride dowry payment today. But I was like, why? I thought it's the next day. He said the father-in-law once said that if we are game. My dad was like, of course we are game. What is the next thing? So that the next day will just be celebration. Say yes. That was how we arranged everybody. Called my twin from the hotel. Called my dad from the hotel.
Everybody
Called my uncle from the
came.
hotel. Everybody gathered at the father's compound. That same day that we did our court wedding,
Yes. My husband paid
we
my
did
dowry that
did
day.
dowry payment.
My dad collected
Everything.
his fee. My mom collected her fee.
Everything.
I collected mine.
everything.
Did those payments, and we
Brought
crossed it out.
food,
Brought
drank,
food. We
eat.
ate. We drank, and then we
Everybody
prepared
went in.
for the next day
Then the next day was just celebration.
celebration. So the next day of the wedding, people came, and my dress was made by my boss. Shout out to my mama. She's also my mama.
Carabiner.
Darabina. Shout out to Darabina. If you can actually, you can check us out online on IG, Darabina_. We make beautiful wedding dresses.
Now so
Of course.
you want to. So this is where you want to
This is
do
a
your
small
advert
advert
now.
for my madam. Yes, so very
Okay, well
important.
done.
If you people come and sew dresses, I make more money. You know what I say? I mean, right? Yeah. So back to our story. She made my dress, which was exceptionally beautiful. Check our page and you're going to see my dress. And my husband, on the other hand, his dress was made in Port Harcourt
Yeah.
by my brother's tailor. I don't know his name.
that
I would have
dress.
given him a shout out, but I
Till
don't know
today.
his name. So my husband was dressed in our traditional attire, which is Etibo, our Bayelsa traditional attire, Etibo. And I wore a gown, a very gorgeous corseted, corsetry gown, yeah,
Black and white.
black and white. It was beautiful. We had our small photo shoots in the parlor. People came in. My siblings were there. Relations, cousins, aunties, uncles, everybody turned up. Canopies were outside the compound. When they called me to come out, and they were like, "Do you know this man? He said he's here to marry you. Yada yada yada. What's the plan?" I did not smile. It's our tradition. It's your bride.
Some were actually expecting us to do the dowry payment, but they were like, what happened? Because I
You
know one of my
already
friends was
paid.
asking me, guy,
Are you
I
not
Are
paying?
you not paying? I said, we've done that yesterday. You were like,
Do you get?
I said,
So-
so like how? He said, the father-in-law said we can do it yesterday. So you guys did dowry payment yesterday. I said yes. So today is just what? Just come and chop and go.
So the ceremony was not too elaborate. It was done in my father's house,
Mm-hmm.
my father's parlor, and then the compound. We just put 2 canopies there for people to sit and under the canopy. We had some of our mutuals on Twitter from Ijo Twitter family. They were there. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
They were there.
Ngerifite,
Yes.
Enizma,
Enizma.
Bra Laifa. Wilson, Coca.
Exactly.
God bless.
You guys
God bless.
came through. Denyefa was also there.
Deifa,
He was
thank
also
you.
there.
God bless.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
And he had some of his friends from the university
Uh,
who joined him.
my big
Shout
man,
out to David and
David
Obinze. You
Obinze.
guys are the real
Thank you.
G's, man.
Thank you.
And it was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. To my friends who were there, Ebimo, Iniye, oh my God, my sisters, Mimi, Jane. Okay, Jane wasn't there. Jane wasn't there. Yeah, Jane was there in the spirit. Ada was also there in the spirit. Mimi, Favor, Gift, you guys were awesome. And Ebimo, oh my God, you were amazing. You came through for me. Auntie Sheila was there representing my girl Stephanie. Like
Thank
everything
you,
was
guys.
just so beautiful. And to everybody that came, I really appreciate you guys. And everything went so smoothly.
Smoothly.
When they called me out, I used to smile, normal, normal. I carry face, then spray me money, spray me money. I won't lie, I almost laughed, but I had to hold myself.
Confirm.
It's until my husband now came and they're dropping the
Oh,
money.
ha.
It was
He
whining
was
me.
not smiling,
I didn't
oh.
want to look at him because I was looking at my dad because he wanted to make me smile. So it's
when
when I was saying that,
when
okay,
they finish you,
my husband just gave me one very funny facial
you're
expression.
not gonna give yourself brain.
And 2 seconds, I burst into laughter. And everyone like, she's laughing. Oh, everybody was clapping. Music was playing in the background. It was so nice. And that's how we got married.
That's how we got my. And I think one of the vital lessons I got from everything was God bless my father-in-law.
Yeah.
God bless him. And he
And
asked
to
me.
my uncles,
he asked
oh
me-
God, you guys were amazing. All my uncles, amazing.
He asked me a very vital question, and he was like, "How much can you afford for this comfortably? That will not. You don't have to break a bank. How much can you afford? Tell me, and I will follow you down to the end." And I was like, "Daddy, this is how much I can afford." He was like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes." Hope it's not too much. Hope it will not choke you. I said, "That is what I can afford." And that is what we work with.
Now,
Anybody that
Yeah.
tries to, you guys have to do it. My father-in-law will shut them down.
do you get? My dad stood by me. Oh
Shut
my
them
God.
down. Say,
My
no,
father is the
this is what they can
realest
afford.
OG.
If you don't like it, please.
He stood
Go
by
your way.
me. He made everything so easy and
get?
stress-free. Nobody had any. See, there's something I need to tell people. Yeah, this is the pointer now. This is the pointer that we need to talk about. Yeah. Once you have a family that stands by you,
Case close.
there is no problem
Case
that
closed.
you cannot
Case
you
closed.
cannot jump or you
Case
cannot
closed.
chest.
Case closed.
Family unity is very
Case
important.
closed.
My dad stood by me through and through,
Case
including
closed.
my mom. My mom, my dad, my siblings, they had my back. My dad made things so easy
Honestly
and
speaking,
stress-free.
and you don't have to break the bank to.
And we did not
to
have to
do
break the
a
bank to
very
have
successful
this wedding.
wedding. You don't have to.
We didn't
Honestly,
borrow. We didn't create
That's the
any
thing.
committee of
that's
friends.
the thing.
There was no ashwebi.
We already have
Nothing.
that. Nobody's borrowing anything.
And
We
it
are
was
working with
a
our
banger.
budget. We stuck with it. If you don't like it, go and do your own.
Funny enough, we
As
had
simple as
returns because people gifted us money.
Yes.
And I don't want to say how much, but it was a lot of money.
Yes. Even it won't help us. In fact,
We used it to even buy things
confirm.
afterwards.
In January, that people are talking about.
Do you understand? There is no money. My husband changed his phone.
Yeah. So
He got a washing machine.
Yeah.
Brand new. Oh yes.
So I just feel, whatever, anything is possible as long as you and your partner are aligned.
Agree. Yeah.
Agree, the same goal, the same vision, and then you stuck to your budget.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're not
And-
there to
and-
impress
and-
anybody. It's about you people.
Yeah.
Anybody that cannot fall in line should please go and do their
Yeah.
own wedding. It's as simple as that.
Very, very simple. Another thing is, as a young man that is planning to get married or has the intentions of settling down, look for someone that can start with you if you don't already have.
Case closed.
If you have, fine.
That doesn't mean that if you see, let us cut it clear here. There are
If you have the
people.
money to spend,
Go
do your
ahead.
lavish wedding, no.
Go ahead.
Do you understand?
But don't come and tell us that you must
You
have
must have
10 billion.
10 billion to
10
have
million.
to get married.
It's a lie. That's a
You don't
fallacy.
need it.
You don't. If you have 1 million, you can do your own successful wedding as long as
Simple
your partner.
It's in
falls
alignment.
in line.
Yes,
Alignment.
alignment
It's
with
close.
you. Yes.
Do you understand?
As long as you and your partner, you're in alliance.
Case close.
That's
And your
all.
family supports.
That's
Case
all.
close. Go ahead.
That's all.
But if you have enough, hey, my dear,
go ahead
La vida loca,
and do it.
and do it.
At the end of the day, everybody likes to have like
That's just
almost
it.
everybody likes to have a very
So the
beautiful
whole
wedding.
thing is, once you and your partner are in line,
That's all that matters.
that's what that matters.
And please, and please, and please, and please, some women don't like to start with a guy. Let it be noted that it is not a problem.
Of course,
Don't
yes.
hate them for it.
Yes,
It's
yes,
their choice.
Yes, yes,
If they tell you they don't want to build with you and they don't want to start with
yes.
you, good and fine.
And I think that is even
I think that has
yes,
been the issue
that-
because
that- and it's
a
very
lot of
clear.
people,
It's
you
very
meet a
clear.
girl and
Yeah.
she's obviously telling you,
Yes.
please, oh, I'm not
Yes.
here to build, oh, I'm not Bob the Builder. I don't want to build with a man. I don't want to build with you.
That's
I don't
just
want
it.
to start from the scratch with you. You free her.
That's it. And
Let
I
her
think
go and look for the person that is already made.
yes, and I think that was what actually helped me to streamline my choices. Of course,
You can't
before you
blame
came,
them for their choices.
before I met you, there's a particular lady I met. She told me point blank,
She does not want.
she does not,
bounce.
she cannot build with me, and that's
It's
it.
not a do or die affair.
In fact, it even helped me. So,
Don't-
and that was the very, and that was part of my, what's it called? Part of our my what do they call it? First question in relationship.
Yeah, in the relationship, yes, when we're in a talking
Yeah.
stage, things we
That
talked
was the
about.
very first thing. So it helped me to actually streamline a lot of
Yeah.
ladies. I will just
Another
tell them,
thing is-
see, me, I'm looking for someone that will build it.
Build
I
it,
say,
you get.
no.
If you're
Shut
willing
sharp,
to
you
build
know.
with a man, build with
You
a
get.
man.
That's
And
it.
mind you, it's not a guarantee still. Because there's no formula to this
There's
thing.
no formula. So
There's
find
no
your own.
manual to it.
So
You might still be with the man and the man will still leave you.
fact.
You might still meet a man that is already made and the man will still leave you at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, just look for the one that works for you and stick to
Please
it.
close.
And mind you, if you're a guy, you're with a girl, and she leaves you because she doesn't want to build with you, yes, it's sad, it's painful.
Yeah.
But let me tell you the simple truth. She might still go ahead and marry the rich man that she wants to marry.
Obviously,
And life will still be good.
life is not Nollywood though.
So it's not Nigerian film where they say, oh, come on. Sometimes
still-
it actually turns out that, yes, she might come back to you and then beg you and all of that. But it's not always the case. So just have it at the back of your mind. If you're the type that's looking for a woman that will build with you, go for a woman that has the same mentality and the same mindset with
Stand
you.
your ground.
Stand your ground.
And
Do not compromise.
look for her.
Don't say,
That's just
oh,
it.
this is how it is when we marry. Now lie. Now lie. It's a big
So
lie from the pit of
that
hell.
has been my own. That has been my own forte. That has been my own watchword, my front line. That I'm looking and I'm going to get married to a lady
Yeah.
that both of us will build together.
Between I and my
Simple and
husband,
short.
basically planned our lives together. We basically started small and we're here now. We're
That's
now a
just
full
it.
family.
That's just
So what I'm going to say this as a closing remark
Yeah.
is whatever you do in life, stand by your principles.
it. Yeah.
Stand by your standards.
Yeah.
Don't ever think like you're requesting for too much.
You're not.
You deserve the kind of
You're
love
not.
you want.
You deserve it. Do you understand?
You there's this thing they say, you get the kind of love you feel you deserve.
Yeah.
Do you get? If you feel it's the kind of love you want, go for it.
Hold on to it.
Do not
Trust
settle.
me. There is a man for every woman, and
there's a woman for every man.
That's just it.
Do not settle.
They get.
But in as much as we're saying this, there are still some people out there that will never get married. And it's okay. There are still some people that marriage is not for them.
Yeah,
It is
It's
okay.
okay. Yeah. It's okay.
It is not a big see.
When you do or
It's
die
not a
affair.
do or die affair. There's some people marriage is not what they need, and that's fine.
Fine.
So there's no need to say, oh this, oh that, oh this. Another thing I'm going to put out there before we close, before we end this episode, for those that are not married, please, I know you have opinions about marriage, but you can never fully understand until you experience it firsthand.
True.
Because whatever manner or whatever view you're giving it from is from someone else's point of view, someone else's reality,
Yeah.
not your reality.
Your reality, yeah.
So you have no idea what it is, and you don't know what the person is even telling you.
Mm-hmm.
The person could be telling you just one part of the story.
Sure.
So trust me, you will never understand until you get into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like losing a parent. You can never in your life understand the pain of losing a loved one
Preach!
until you experience it.
Preach!
So please, let us be subtle with our opinions and our point of views
Mm-hmm.
and our advice, because sometimes it no make sense. Do you get?
Even if
So
you try to make sense.
still makes sense. But nevertheless, this is all peace and love. This is the
Yeah,
imperfect matrimony.
yeah.
Two imperfect people coming together to make a matrimony.